Hi you guys, hope you all are having a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and all the links are down below. So I'm doing a review on the NYX HD Concealer. This I believe is $4.99 at Ulta. I've gone through 2 or 3 of these, so let's get right into it. For number 1 for price and packaging, again I believe this is $4.99 off of Ulta's website and NYX website. And for packaging, it is plastic and it feels relatively cheap. So the doe foot applicator is cheap, and the sponge is almost kind of a little bit thin. So when it comes to drugstore packaging, it definitely feels like it. So it does not feel by any means heavy or luxurious, but I mean, for me, it doesn't bother me, and the fact that it's cruelty-free is a lot more to me than the fact that it has cheap packaging. But I have to say, when I start losing a lot of my concealer and it gets empty, because this is actually empty, the sponge gets kind of worn out and it kind of hurts a little bit. It's a little bit rough, but for the most part, it's okay. For number 2 colors, I believe it comes in about 9 or 10 shades. I want to say it's 9 because it's like CW01, 02, 03, so forth. I have mine in CW03. This is the second one I had. I had an old one. I featured this other one in my empties, and then I got this one. But this is now actually empty, and I have another one on the order. It only comes with 3 grams of product. I find this to only last me about 3 or 4 months, and I don't even use it every day. I use it maybe about 4 or 5 times a week if I wear makeup. Now, I feel like it should be a little bit more. The fact that I go through this so fast could be because there's not a lot of product in, but for $4.99 I'm not really complaining about it. And for color options, I find the colors to be, I mean, having 9 or 10 shades is pretty good, and it's an under eye concealer. The only thing is I find also is that when I apply this underneath my under eyes, it comes out very orange, and this is in light, and I just ordered my other one in fair, which is CW2. But it comes out really, really orange, and as it sits for about a minute, because I apply it first and then I apply the concealer for my acne, it winds up turning to the exact color of like my skin. So it's very weird how it comes out very orangey and then it kind of meshes into your skin color. I kind of find that cool. But if yours comes out very orange at first, it's probably because that's just how it comes out, and it dries orange if you don't blend it, but when you blend it away, it like meshes into your skin. It's really quite beautiful. Now for 3, wear time. Now this doesn't necessarily crease badly on me, but even the MAC Pro Long Wear Concealer, the NARS Concealer, like all of those crease on me no matter what it is, just for the few little lines I have over here. This is one of those that creases a little bit on me. It's not creased badly enough where I won't wear it. It's probably about the same as most like MAC Pro Long Wear Concealer, the NARS. It doesn't crease excessively on me, just a little bit like most concealers do. But I do notice my blue, like dark under eye circles to kind of peek through if I'm not wearing a color correcting concealer underneath. If I just wear this by itself, the peek through around this 7-8 hour mark. So if you need it for a very long time and you have very dark under eye circles, I recommend like color correcting your under eye area first before you apply this. But if you're just applying this by itself and you don't have dark under eye circles, you probably won't notice this. But just around the 7-8 hour mark, I tend to see it kind of thin out and you can kind of see a little bit through it. Now consistency, this is a very, very light concealer. When I say I'm applying it light, which I barely have any left, it's practically empty, it's very light. You can hardly even tell that you have it on your face. You definitely don't feel it being heavy at all. So the consistency is good for that. It's light, but it does pack a lot of pigmentation and does cover up your dark circles well. Now, because I have been anemic when I was younger, and because hereditary, we have very, very dark under eye, bluish purple like circles, it's very hard for me to find a concealer that completely covers it up without color correcting. But because this has an orangish undertone to it, which is on the warmer side, it kind of counteracts the blue a little bit. I do have to layer another color correcting thing underneath because my under eye circles are that bad. But for it by itself, I feel like it does a pretty good job at concealing my under eye circles. Not perfectly, because it is more on a lightweight concealer, but anybody who has major under eye circles and wants something for like an everyday wear, I completely recommend this. And 5 for other and personal. For other and personal, I mentioned the grams. I don't like the smell at all. It smells like concealer, but it almost has that kind of like dirty BO scent. That probably sounds really bad, but it smells like a cheap concealer would. I really don't like the scent of it whatsoever, but you only smell it if you were to do this. Like, actually I just got concealer on my nose. But look, when I apply it, you don't smell anything. Like, it never goes, but unless you actually went up here and smelled it, you would smell something. So the smell is really not that bothersome, and because it's not a lip product, it's not by my nose area, or underneath my nose, I should say. So other than that, my rating for this would have to be 8 out of 10. The reason I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 is because I feel like the packaging could be a little bit better. The concealer could be a little bit better, but for $4.99 plus buy one get one half off, or $3.50 off 10 or 20% off from Ulta, you can, I mean, even though it doesn't have a lot of product and it's cheap packaging, it's $4.99. You can't really complain about that. So that's the reason I give this an 8 out of 10. If you're looking for a concealer to try, I would try this. In March for my birthday, I went shopping by Ulta on my birthday to get my birthday gift. And I was like, you know, I want to buy a couple of items, and I know I needed one other item to like reach a coupon, or for whatever I needed one extra item. And I'm like, you know what? This concealer looks interesting. Didn't swatch it, didn't do ever, and picked up the concealer and bought it. But because I wasn't looking for the concealer, usually when I have a makeup product, I just want to like rip open the packaging and try it. And even if I get an item and I like rip it open, I try it out on my hand or whatever, and then it might sit in my drawer for a while. That happens to the best of us. But this specific item stayed wrapped in the plastic in my like drawer for like a couple of months before I even remembered I had it. It was one of those weird things, and I'm very glad that I decided to try it out because I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great day, and all the links again are down below.